massive thank you to everybody who's reached out through the website, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter to give feedback on the mock-ups of the app screens for Networther. Honestly, I appreciate every bit of feedback, and I'm creating a product roadmap using everybody's feedback. So thank you so much. It really is appreciated. And this is the reality of doing a startup when you have a full-time job. So it's currently 7 o'clock in the evening. I've finished my work for the day and I'm sitting down with my personal laptop to reply to a few more emails with form submissions for more feedback. And I'm also taking the feedback that I've received and I'm going to start to create a product roadmap. Now that the website has been live for 2 days, I think it's a good time to have a look at some of the analytics. Squarespace provides some analytics out of the box, and because I've gone for the personal plan, the analytics aren't as sophisticated as if you go for the business plan, but we'll work with what we've got for now. So the total number of visits to the website is 137, and you can see the breakdown like this. So we had quite a few the day that I launched it on LinkedIn, and it's slowly kind of dropping off, which was perfectly to be expected. But here's something quite interesting, the bounce rate. So it's a very high bounce rate. This is the number of people that come to the website, but then don't go anywhere else, they just leave the homepage. So this is very high, which means that my website isn't particularly attention grabbing in some way. And that's something that I really need to address as we go through the process. Obviously 124 unique visitors isn't the highest of any website, but it's a start. And the most important thing is converting these into feedback, and I would say the conversion rate is around 10%. So actually, considering this bounce rate, I'm quite pleased with this. So how excited should you get about analytics when you've just launched your website? It depends. I think analytics are there to provide you insight into what's working and what's not. But there's also a lot of data there. And you need to work out what's useful versus what's noise. I think you have to stay true to your original hypothesis. Why did you create the website in the first place? What is it you're trying to test or find out? And always make sure that you tie back the information the analytics is giving you to that point. So analytics should be used, but used sparingly. Just my opinion. If you disagree, drop a comment down below. Would love to hear what you guys think. I swear, every time I shut down this PC, it's doing another update. So whilst this just does its thing, I'm going to edit the next video. That's the video edited and ready to be uploaded. I'll include a link to the description in this video, and it's all about social media and how to create a simple but effective social media strategy. If that's something you're struggling with, then check out that video for a practical guide. But for now, I'm going to take all this really useful feedback and I'm going to collate it into a spreadsheet, and then I'm going to group it into themes. And those themes are going to be the roadmap. But for now, it's kind of late in the evening, so I'm going to turn everything off, go and read for a bit, and we go again tomorrow. It's now an especially rainy Sunday, and I'm finally getting round to collating all the feedback into a single spreadsheet. And I'm going to split it 2 ways. Let me show you. So you can see that I've already split the spreadsheet into 2 tabs: feedback features and the total feature list. The total feature list I've pre-populated with everything I've already thought of, but I want to isolate the feedback features so that I can keep track of what's coming from where. Now here is where I'm going to populate this. Now it's a bit sensitive information at the moment, so what I'll do is populate some example data instead. Honestly, at this stage, I really don't care about the formatting, I just want to get the data in there. So I've split it into 3 columns, and I'm going with the view less is more. So in here, I'm going to put an example feature. So I'm going to go really simple here and just make it up. Have a sign-in page. And then I'm going to say who is the provider, and this provider was Mrs. A. Thanks Mrs. A for your valuable feedback. And from this I'm making a decision on, is it the MVP? And we'll make a whole video on what is MVP and why it's important. But as a quick crash course, MVP stands for the minimum viable product. This is, can you actually launch anything without this? And if the answer is no, my product fundamentally won't work, or it doesn't have any value so a customer couldn't possibly want to buy it, then the answer is yes. Now, taking this example, having a sign-in page is definitely part of the MVP, so the answer is yes. And when I get to the end, what I'm going to do is take this highly confidential total feature list I'm totally not going to show you, and I'm going to do a pivot on all of the essential features. They are my MVP 1. This tells me the minimum number of things I need to build to actually have a working app. So let's talk about it less and do more. So now we have the full features list. And how I got to the original list of features is I did some customer journeys. I'll make a separate video on user stories, customer journeys, and the importance of customer experience. But for now, the features are done. And against them, I've made a list of, is it minimum viable product? Yes or no. The next step is to break that down into MVP 1, which is the absolute minimum for go live, MVP 2, MVP 3, and that's how you end up with an actual product roadmap. But at some point, we're going to need to start building this, and to do that, I'm going to need some funding. So where am I going to get funding from? How am I going to get it? What do I need to do? That's the subject of the next video, so join me then. I hope you've enjoyed this. If it's been useful, please give it a like, comment, subscribe for more content like this. See you on the next one.